Are you ready to get carried away? It's our 15th birthday week, and you know what that means.
Amazing launches, fabulous free gifts, and a few crafty surprises up our sleeves.
So head on over to the Crafters Companion website, or, as we like to call it, Party Central, and find out more.
You know what that means, don't you? Yes, it means great deals, amazing launches, loads of incredible products from all of your favourite crafters. And this show, of course, our weekly destination colouring show, Colour Me Happy. And also, I'll say, is probably one of, if not the most social show of the entire week that we have. And of course, this is in the midst of our 15th birthday, so we are doing something incredibly special. We are going to bring you the Classiques deal to end all Classique deals. Now, in order to do that, we needed the Queen of Spectrum Noir herself here with us, and luckily she said yes, and she's here with us in the studio. Leanne, how are you? How excited are you to go back to basics with Classiques?
Oh, I love to do these shows, Joe. These are my favourite shows to do because you know how much I love my colouring. You know how dear to my heart I hold all of our Spectrum Noir markers. Classique and the original marker is way back at the beginning of the journey, all those years ago when we first launched our phenomenal and successful and unique colouring system to make alcohol colouring super easy. And I couldn't be more thrilled to be here with you, one of my favourite people in the world.
Ah, thank you. You are too kind. We have got great deals galore coming up in this show. What we've also got is all of the birthday fun you've come to expect from these 15th birthday celebrations. You are going to get double points throughout birthday weeks. We should be plural, shouldn't it? Weeks. Here on Crafters TV and also across our entire website. Double points on everything. Free delivery if you're here in the UK with us as well, which is super exciting. And remember about those free gifts with every single purchase. If you spend £10 or $10, we're going to give you a free gift. Today it is a wonderful stamp set from our Rose Garden stamp set, which is awesome. If you spend over £50 or $50, then we up the ante. We're going to give you the tricolour aqua marker as well as that first gift. And then £100 or $100, you're going to get that craft roll tool, which is awesome. So I'm pretty much sure, I know a load of you are joining in and super excited about this. Also, how could I forget? Right, we've got producer Erin in the chair today. It's producer Erin's first show with us. Are we going to behave, Leanne, or have we got that Friday feeling going on?
I've got that Friday feeling.
Me too. It's Friday.
I think it's a baptism of fire for our producer Erin.
Maybe that's what Fridays are. Baptism of fire Fridays. Yes, it's Friday. It's nearly the weekend when the real me comes alive. We're going to have a lot of fun throughout the course of this show. And we want you to get involved with us as well because we've got loads of giveaways. 3 giveaways in every single show. Do you want to have a little look? Maybe what we've got to give away in this show. I've got 3 of these to give away. Now in here, what we got? Oh, I've got ink pads I can see, alcohol inks, stamps. Oh wow, I've even got collage stamps in here. Sparkle pens, shut the front door. There is so much rammed into here. And if you win as well, if you're one of the 3 lucky winners in this show, you'll go into that amazing prize draw. On Sunday, I'll get my bingo balls out for you and we will pop you in the draw and you will then be able to win all of that lovely lot potentially as well. It means that it's super exciting. Everyone's going to win. All you need to do, drop comments in on Facebook, on the Crafters TV Facebook page, or over on our YouTube channel as well. Shall we kick it off with some stamps? Now, I know you've waited for the deal. I'm just going to build the suspense a little bit and also share with you some of the awesome stamps that we've got available to you over on our show because, of course, stamps are going to you need them with your alcohol markers because you need something to colour in. Now, 20% of these Connie Fong stamps have already gone. Let me run you through the options. You've got Benny's Christmas, you've got Holly Poinsettia, then you've also got in here this one, which is Molly's Christmas. You've got Molly's Joy, Sally's Christmas Friends, And you've also got Santa's little helper in there as well. 15% off of those, £32 or $35, which is awesome value. Now, also very popular is our Christmas stamp collection. These are just gorgeous, and these are really beautiful to colour as well. So you've got Season's Greetings in here. You also have this gorgeous one here, which is your Christmas Robin. You've got, oh, isn't that one awful? Ho, ho, ho. Gorgeous one there. Christmas Blessings. You've got Happy Winter, Deck the Halls. You're getting loads in here. Snow Much Fun, and also Sweet Christmas as well. £30 or $41 if you want to go for those, which is awesome. We've also got the Annabelle stamps available for you as well. And you can buy 3, get 3 here as well, which is awesome. So here we are. I've got awards for a few of them, and then I'll show you the other ones that I've got here as well. So you can see here, what's so great about these is that they're quite girly, aren't they? I'm going to say it. And they're always popular whenever we bring these ones to you. So these are the 3 that you're getting included, that I've got boards for, and then let me take you through the other 3 that I've got just here as well. So you're also going to get these 3 included too, which is awesome. They're super playful, loads of fun to colour with your markers, and of course no better marker to colour with than our Classic. They are the original alcohol marker that we brought to you. Do you want to see what you're getting? Are you ready? Are you sure?
I'm ready, Joe.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Look at all of this. Hello. Yes, 132 piece collection is what we're talking about here on this show. It's basically every Classic marker that there is. It is an incredible chance for you to get your hands on the lot, to say, do you know what? Box it up. I am taking the lot. We're going to give you all the markers in the collection. You're going to get this fabulous carry case. You're also going to get the pen storage as well. I'll tell you more about pricing as we go through the show, but in essence, if you take away the cost of the storage, you're looking at 78 pence or $1.22 per pen, which is off the chart when it comes to what competitors out there are charging for similar qualities. We know that this is artist grade quality that we bring you here with Spectrum Noir. You're saving £115.75 in the UK. You're saving £162.90 if you're in the US. Don't forget about those double points at 600 points if you're in the US, which is going to be enough to take most people up a level in the club, which is awesome. And remember, what you also get is you've got all of the inspiration that you need as well. So we give that all to you. Awesome. What you've also got as well in the bottom here as well, you see here we've got some holiday collections as well, which are slightly different configurations. Those colours are within the larger bundle as well. What I would say is definitely get yourself over to the website and look at absolutely everything. Have a look at all the colours that you're getting included. Have a look at the independently verified reviews for our Classic markers that you'll find on our website as well. I would love for you, it's really one of those shows as well where you can get in touch with us. What I would say is send us in. I'd love to see some of the things that you've been colouring recently. So you can email us as well, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk with some of the things that you've been colouring and creating, whether it's with your Classique or with any other markers that we bring to you from Spectrum Noir. I would really, really love to see them. Don't forget as well about the free download on our website. Get yourself over to the Colour Me Happy portion of our website. Get that free weekly download that you're going to be able to colour in at home as well. Already 600 of you are online watching this show. It's going to be that one show that you're going to watch time and time and time again. So why not share the feed if you're on Facebook, and then you'll be able to come back and find it super easily at a later date. Or of course you can always watch any of our shows back on our website whenever you choose. Loads of people saying hi already and chatting away. Leanne, it's kind of where it all began, really, isn't it, for the alcohol colouring that we do now, and something that's been with us a long time. And is it fair to say it's kind of like top of the tree, I guess, when it comes to our alcohol markers?
It really is, Joe. It is the very beginning of the story. The first alcohol marker that we ever developed at Crafters Companion for the Spectrum Noir brand, and the colouring system that I personally put together, I think 9 or 10 years ago now. We need to check when they launched. I want to say 9 years ago. And they are still the go-to reliable marker, alcohol colouring marker in the industry. That's because we give you premium performance, we give you artist quality, we give you Japanese nibs, we give you ink formulated and manufactured in the UK, we give you a unique colouring system which makes alcohol colouring effortless. You pick up the pens, you put them down, you'll get an amazing result. I'm going to show you that through the duration of this show, and it's the system that lots and lots of you at home have come to rely on and that you love. I mean, many hundreds of thousands of markers sold across the world, and we wouldn't be selling in that quantity if they weren't at the top of the tree, Joe. You're quite right. Before we get into actually doing some colouring and looking at the colouring system, I want to inspire you. I want you to see the types of things that you're going to be able to achieve at home at the end of these 2 hours when you get your markers home. All of these examples that you can see here, with that light and shade, with the shine, with the depth, the dimension, with that professional printed look, with that texture and realism, all that, everything you can see there, the vibrancy of colour that you can see there.
That is so vibrant, those flowers.
It's exceptional, isn't it? It really is. This and also shows you stands the test of time. This was a crafting range that we launched, I think 9 years ago now. It must be, because I coloured it with my first ever test set of Spectrum Noir markers all those years ago, called Strawberry Kisses, this range was. And look, it's a 9-year-old card, still as vibrant as the day I coloured it 9 years ago when I got my first test set of Spectrum markers. And all of these examples, the realism in the face, the skin, that 3D, that pop,
so much dimension.
Depth and dimension, Joe. This is what alcohol colouring's about. Look at that fabric flow in that dress. Perfect for the time of year, the season we're heading into now, isn't it? That looks like that fabric is folding and pooling around her feet. It really is exceptional what you can achieve, be it realism, be it cute characters, be it florals, be it stylish, ladies.
Stylish.
Stylish, isn't she? We love that word, don't we? Look at those butterflies. Look at how they pop from the card. This is what you're going to be able to do. And I wanted you to see all of this, because as I'm showing you the colouring, as we go through, look at that. Elegance. Look at the movement on that dress. Absolutely amazing. I want you to realise as we go through these little tutorials that I'm going to show you, every single one of these is achievable by you. Okay, so that is how fabulous the results are going to be when you get them home.
Awesome.
Now, the colouring system that we've put together, Joe, is... look, that doesn't look very pretty. I'm just going to move it to the side.
What I'd say is, I know a lot of people are going to have a lot of questions as we go through this show, right?
Yeah.
What you can do is get all your questions into me on Facebook and of course on YouTube, and then we'll do a little bit of a Q&A session, maybe in about sort of 20-25 minutes or so. So I'll save them all up and then I'll pop them all across to Leanne. I know you're going to have lots. I'm just going to ask you one at the start though, Leanne.
Yeah.
From Victoria. It says, how many Classique markers are there in total?
There are 214.
214.
So there are 214 markers. You can get 168 of them in our sets, and then the rest are in single markers. But if you head to the website www.spectrumnoir.com, we have got colour charts on there where you can match the colours that you get in this set and just do a little tick beside them and then see what else you need. However, let me caveat that with, if you get this bundle that we've got on the show today, I have hand-picked this for you to make sure that you get all of the colours you need to be able to do everything I show you today. So if you're just starting and you want to really get on your alcohol colouring journey, you're ready to treat yourself in birthday week because of the fantastic value, all of the postage and the points and everything else you get, the fact that you've got everything you need, the markers, the trays, the bag and the space to fill it up later, then that is the bundle for you. And you will not need to add to those markers for a considerable amount of time. You will not need to, but you will want to, because when you get these home, the results you achieve are going to absolutely impress you yourself. So just bear that in mind.
Awesome. Keep getting those questions in and I'll pop them over, as I said, in about 20 or 25 minutes time.
Now I'm just going to use these 3 colour charts here to demonstrate to you how the colour system has been put together. What you will find in each of the colour ranges, in each of the sets that you get, is that you get the colours which will give you a cool blend and a warm blend. So you can see here we've got a warm blend and here a Cool Blend. These markers are all in that set for you so that you can be confident when you get that bundle, you're going to be able to do this at home. Here again, you can see we've got a Warm Blend with these 3 and a Cool Blend with these 3. And you can see here how the colours each step up in intensity with CT1, CT2, CT3, CT4. That's what alcohol colouring's about. Starting with a light marker and getting a shade darker, a shade darker, a shade darker, which is what gives you those 3D looks that I've just shown you in all of those beautiful examples. You will receive this technology, our colouring system, in the markers in that set. Now, I want to start right back at the beginning, Jo, as if you have never picked up a marker before. And we're going to talk about how to achieve depth and dimension. And you will see in my beautifully, professionally prepared chart here, hand-drawn by me.
Not available as a download on the website in this style. You'll be shocked to know.
Shocked to know that it is a much better quality to download on the website. That is supposed to be a sphere, as you can see there. However, it looks more like sphere.
It looks like a football that's being head-butted.
It really does. It looks not like a sphere at all. And so we're just going to call it sphere. And then we've got a triangle and we've got a cylinder. And we're going to look at how to colour the sphere, triangle and cylinder. And that once you know how to colour these 3 shapes, you can colour anything at all.
Awesome.
So that's all you need to learn. So first things first, the 3 markers I have chosen are from my CT range. And this is how the colour system works for you. So you can see I have got CT1, Citrus 1, CT2, CT4. And I'm stepping up the colour and intensity, the lightest, the middle, the dark. And you will do that all the time with all of the colours, as long as you stick to your letters and your numbers. You start low, you work to high, you leave a gap. It's going to work for you. We're going to start with the lightest colour. Now, when you're colouring, it is important you always have the cardstock that we sell for you, which is Nina or our professional artist grade marker pad, alcohol marker pad. Either of those ones will do for you. You want a cardstock which is smooth, which doesn't wick the ink away, which allows your ink to blend. And in fact, actually, do you know what I'm going to do, Jo?
We're going to do the blot test.
I'm going to do the blot test.
Oh, it's my favourite test.
Are you excited?
It's like a bleep test, but much more fun.
It really is much more fun, isn't
If you want to go for the white stamping card, it's on the bottom of your screen there. 60 sheets total, £9.99 each if you're here in the UK, £14.99. Any 4 of those, £30 or $42. So maybe today it's going to be the day that you stock up whilst we've got it on the double points and whilst you're getting all of those free gifts as well. And it's very important, isn't it, Leanne, that you start with the correct cardstock, because let's face it, I can't think what it would be like. I was trying to think of an example then, and I must say it would be like trying to cook a really lovely meal in a rusty old frying pan.
That is an exceptional analogy. I can't think of one better myself, honestly. It's exactly what it would be like. It would be like washing your hair in bleach rather than going to the salon.
Yes.
That's another good one. It's just you don't want to do it. It's wrong. Now, let me just show you why. So what I've got here is I've just chopped the end off my card there. Did you see? I've got a piece of Nina card, a piece of our white stamping card, and a piece of watercolour cardstock here. And it's so incredibly important when you are working with your alcohol markers that you work on the correct card. For this reason, I'm going to show you now. So I'm going to I've got a CR10 marker here and I've got my bullet nib, and I'm going to do what we're going to call the 10-second test. And all I do is push the marker onto the card so that it creates a circle so we can see how much ink is coming out of the pen.
So which cardstock was this one first?
This is Nina.
Nina,
Shall I write it on?
Absolutely.
That's Nina. This is stamping, just so we know, watercolour.
Awesome.
Okay, so we're starting with the Nina and we're going to do the 10-second test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and that's the dot we've got. Now we're going to do exactly the same on the stamping card beside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at the size. Can you see? Now we're going to do it on the watercolour card. Same pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And all I'm doing is holding my nib on the paper. I'm not pushing it, I'm just holding the nib on there. And so you can see that the nib, excuse my, this happened, this was an accident, this black ink, when I was drawing this V.
Well, at least it was worth it.
It was worth it. So we'll do it with this one maybe instead. When I put the nib of the pen on there for the Nina, you can see tiny little dot, bigger dot, biggest dot. Now what's happening when I'm holding my ink on the card is wicking the ink out of the pen. So it's sucking it out. It's capillary action. If you're working on the wrong cardstock, you're wasting all of this fantastic ink in your marker because all it's doing is pulling it out into the fibrous cardstock, a little bit like making a spill on your bench top at home and wiping it up with some kitchen towel. It's just soaking it up and wicking it out of the pen. You're wasting it. It also means that when you're trying to do precise colouring, this is how you're getting the blurring, the fuzzing, the movement outside of the stamped lines where it's not precise. So when I hear everybody saying on social, oh, my markers bleed, your markers do not bleed. The cardstock you colour on makes your marker bleed. Okay?
Awesome.
So that's really important for you to know. This is why you need the correct cardstock. So I would always recommend this one or our professional marker card with Spectrum Noir. Okay, so that's that covered. Now, just to talk around the marker before I start colouring, because I haven't done that for you, and it's important. Our Classique marker has a bullet nib and a chisel nib. So it's a double-ended marker. You can see you've got the beautiful Japanese bullet nib here. You've got a Japanese chisel nib here. So you've got your detail colouring, which is what you'll use most of the time with Classique, and you've got your large area fill with your chisel nib. They're also refillable. If you want to refill, you remove the chisel nib, put in the ink and that end with a pipette. It comes with the bottle. Put the chisel back in, leave it for 10 minutes and you're ready to colour again. So that's the marker itself. Now let's get on colouring this V, Jo. So lightest colour first. What you're going to do is wet the cardstock because wet ink blends much easier than a dry card. So we're just preparing the card, moistening it, we're getting a layer of ink down so that our next colours of ink will blend effortlessly.
Lovely vibrant colour. How much pressure are you putting on?
No pressure.
Okay.
I'm not pushing. It's just it's tickling the cardstock, Jo.
Tickling?
You're just tickling it.
Awesome.
And little circular movements all the way around just to get that colour down. That's my lightest colour. I then go to my darkest colour, which is CT4 here now, and I add a layer of that. And we're doing this in the rule of thirds. So I'm doing the outside third now with my darkest colour. This white space I've left in the middle is what you will hear me refer to all the time as preserving your highlight. When you preserve your highlight, you're leaving an area that's white so that when you colour it last, that's how you get that lovely shine and 3D dimension. The darkest colour has gone on now. So now we take the middle colour, CT2. Little circular motions brings the darkest colour out into that first layer of colour, gives us a lovely smooth transition between those colours. Preserving my highlight in the centre always, go back to CT1 and then I bring out the middle colour into my preserved highlight, leaving that circle in the centre, and you can see then I've got a lovely dimensional sphere. I like
awesome. It does look like a balloon, yeah.
A balloon. Oh, I like that. Okay, so that's the sphere. That's the first thing you need to know how to colour. The next thing is a triangle. So we're following the exact same rules before. We're going to preserve our highlight. Where we're going to add our colour this time is in this area. And we're going to leave the centre lightest. So we're going with CR8 is my lightest. I've got CR8, CR10 and CR11. So my lightest colour goes down first.
Oh, those luscious locks, Leanne, getting in on the action again.
Oh, well, you know, they do
Have you been following that new curly girl again? Is that what it is?
I have been following the curly girl again. And, you know, they just like, they need a show of their own, my curls.
They do.
They're always getting in on the action. It's been a problem I've had since I was born.
We are talking about Leanne's luscious curly hair. If you'd have joined us a few weeks back, she's telling us all about when she's followed a new regime, and the curls, they are out of control at the moment.
They really are. It's crazy. I would never have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. And it's, you know, well, we're not here to talk about the curls. We're here to talk about the colouring, aren't we? So I put the first layer of colour down with my lightest pen, and now I'm putting my darkest colour at the edges, which is my CR11, and again just tickling the cardstock. So the first layer of light is just to moisten the card, so that when you go in with your next layer of dark colour here, you can see that it just blends in there really easily. Then we take our middle colour, in this case it's CR10, just making sure I picked up the right marker, and I do my little circular motions just to bring that layer of colour out into the centre, into my preserved highlight. And you can see I'm doing that, so that's doing the blend for me, and it starts to blend in front of your eyes. The other thing I want to also mention to everybody is, when you first start doing this, don't worry if you feel you've got some areas that look a little bit blotchy, because what's happening is the alcohol is drying at different speeds. Alcohol evaporates really quickly, and so depending on the ambience in your room and how much ink you've got on the cardstock, it will start to evaporate and just leave the colour behind. So always put your colouring aside for a good 10 to 15 minutes before you decide if you need to do any further work on it, because it will dry at different rates. But you can see there my triangle has now got beautiful 3D dimension. Awesome. So the last thing you need to learn is how to colour a cylinder, and I'm just going to turn that round so I can show you. And for my cylinder, I've got TN2, TN4 and TN6. So to start with my cylinder, I'm doing exactly the same again, Joe. I'm starting
TN is tan, is it?
Tan, yes it is. I'm starting with my lightest colour. There's no difference in what I'm explaining to you as we go along. It's simply where you leave your preserved highlight that gives you that 3D dimension. So as I move along here, you can see I'm leaving my highlight in the centre of the cylinder to get a really lovely cylindrical finish to my colouring. My other top tip for you with this is, you can see I'm not leaving a straight line. I've got different lengths of line going here, which will make it look like a realistic cylinder, like the light is really hitting it, and that's what makes it look round and curved. I then go to my darkest colour, which is here TN6 I've got, and I start to layer this colour up. So my darkest colour is coming in at the sides now. And the other top tip from me is, Joe, always work on a very small area at a time. Don't colour in a great big image with one colour. Just pick a part of that image to colour in, because if you colour in large areas, as I've just said, alcohol dries really quickly, and what will happen is the whole thing will be dry before you go back to add your next layer of colour or your next depth of colour, and so you'll just be constantly going and adding layers because you won't get the blend. So always work in small areas at a time.
Loads of people say how much they love these shows. Leanne shows are so informative, says Dita. Serena said it's such a great way to teach colouring. Thank you, Crafter's Companion. Nothing better having lessons and inspiration for the product, says Jodie. And Gita says this looks so brilliant. Really, really love it. Lots of you letting me know that you're ordering already. It's an amazing collection. And what a really great comprehensive start, Leanne, to your classic journey. I think if you didn't own a single, maybe it's going to be the whole start of your colouring journey. What a great entry point for you.
Absolutely. And you can see there now we've got something that looks like a cylinder. I would add another layer on there, but I'm going to let it dry because I like to see how it settles with my alcohol drying at different times. But you can see now we've got dimension in a sphere, dimension in a triangle, dimension in a cylinder. How does that translate to an image? Let me just show you these. We won't colour them, but I'll show you them. If I was colouring this lantern, I'm going to treat it as I would my sphere. If I was going to colour this butterfly, I'm going to treat that as I would my triangle, because look, I've got a triangle here, a triangle here, a triangle with a rounded bottom here, and a triangle here. So my darkest shade would be in the corner and it would come out with my light at the bottom, exactly as I did for my triangle, in each of those directions. That's going to give me a dimensional butterfly. If I was colouring a plant pot, I'm going to treat that as I've done my cylinder, and that will give me the lovely dimension of my plant pot. And as I colour in during the show, Joe, with all of the different images that I've got, we'll talk about which of those three shapes I'm treating this image with, So you can start to see how as soon as you've mastered that, you're going to be able to apply it to many different things that you want to colour in.
Absolutely. Rebecca says Leanne is such a good teacher. Will says Leanne explains so well. Such a great teacher. Lots of you talking about learning loads from this show. Remember as well that the deal that we've got for you on the Classic markers is pretty much like the deal to end all deals. 132 pieces within this collection for you. That price on your screen of £214 or $301 is less than 80 pence or per pen. It's $1.22 per pen when you subtract the cost of the storage. If you are a Club Inspire Platinum member, the deal gets even better. Platinum members save $158.58 in the UK. They're paying $171.20. It's almost sort of saving a half price when compared to buying it individually. US Club Inspire members, your saving bumps up to $223.10. Your price today, $240.80, which is incredible value for money. I've been doing some price comparing as well as to other brands that are out there on the market, and I'll share that with you as we go through the show a little later. But looking at this kind of value, it is phenomenal. Loads of you have been sending in things that you've been colouring recently as well. We love it when you do that. Julie Thomas, one of our previous craft ambassadors, the lovely Julie, she has sent this in to us, which is stunning. Love that, Leanne.
Absolutely beautiful. Really, really lovely. I love to see everything that our customers do because and you do at home, because what it shows me is that you've been listening to the tips and hints and you've been practicing at home, loving your colouring, and the results you achieve. I mean, look at this.
Julia sent this one in.
Unbelievable, Julia. Look at the dimension we've got in the wings. Can I just point out, can you see how Julia has done her wings as the triangle, as we've just talked about, and how the little snowball in her hands is going to be like the sphere, her feet would be like a triangle. You can see how it's very easy to start applying that as you look at your images.
Really beautiful. Julia sent this one in to us as well, which is stunning. That lovely snowman there. Isn't that wonderful?
Just beautiful.
This one's also, Julia's been very busy, hasn't she? Check that one out. She loves these pens. And also Asuli sent us this one in. This is a really gorgeous one. Again, those wings, Leanne, are awesome, aren't they, in this one?
Oh, absolutely exquisite. I think there might have been a little bit of palette blending going on there. We're going to have a look at some palette blending later, yes.
How awesome. Jenny Porter sent us this one in as well. Really love those floral images. Loads of you are loving this show. Let me know in the comments how informative you find it. I want to quickly give you a reminder about those Connie Fong stamps very quickly. You guys are absolutely loving these. Over 30% now of these have sold out and gone, and they are really awesome. They're a really fantastic festive stamp for you. Love that you get the focal point, you get sentiments and some of the embellishments around there as well at the same time. So you're getting this one, which is Benny's Christmas. You're also going to get Holly Poinsettia. There is the Molly's Christmas. We've then got for you Molly's Joy, as well as Sally's Christmas Friends, and also this one here, which is Santa's Little Helper, which is awesome. Now, the big deal is the deal that is you know, our real sort of birthday Colour Me Happy deal. If you did want to dip your toe in, or maybe it's just a Christmas treat you're thinking about for someone, or a little present for someone, we've got the holiday collections available for you. And there's 4 different options here. In here, what you get is you get 6 classic markers, and you get a metallic marker as well. So you've got contemporary Christmas, you've got traditional Christmas, vintage Christmas, or you've got stylish Christmas. They are your options that you've got there. One of those for you, or you get all of them in that collection there for £26 or $40, which is absolutely awesome value for money. Okay, Leanne, what is next in this? I want to call it like a class. That's how it feels. It feels like an artist colouring class we're in today. I think you'd make a good teacher. You'd be very strict.
Well, do you know, I used to be a teacher.
Did you?
Yes,
Well, you've got over 800 students today at the moment.
Oh, no pressure. I don't think I've ever taught 800 people at once before. Actually, I was a teacher of adults, not a teacher in school. But yes, it's
what I love.
It's what I love. It's much worse keeping adults under control. It really is, especially when they're police officers and NHS workers. Try keeping all of them under control. That's a little bit tricky. But I do love to impart knowledge and help make things easy for people, and that's what we get to do with this fantastic colouring system that we've put together. And you'll see when we take the knowledge we've just learned with our shapes and apply it to a beautiful floral image now. So I've taken 3 of my markers, and you can see our colouring system that we've put together. I'm always following the colouring system. I've got a dark red 2, a dark red 5 and a dark red 7. So as long as I've always got the DRs and the number and I'm following the intensity of light, medium, dark, you're always going to get a fantastic result. So we're starting with the lightest colour and our little poppy stamp here. I always like to show you on this poppy because it comes together really quickly and looks incredible once it's coloured in. So we're going to start with the lightest colour. And look, if you can see, the petals on this flower are taking rough triangle shapes. So we treat it exactly as we did our triangle. So I'm going to start with my lightest. I'm going to add some colour, as we always do. Preserve my highlight. Always preserve your highlight, which is leave a little area uncoloured, which you come back to at the end, and that's what gives you that beautiful 3D look. I'm then taking my darkest colour. Oh, this is the darkest one. Here we go. Make sure I get the right pen. My darkest colour back in over the top of the lightest colour, because that just helps the ink blend. Wet ink blends much better than a dry card. So we pop that on. We then take our middle colour, and with little circular motions, we bring that darkest colour out into the preserved highlight, as you can see I'm doing there. There we go. And then we take the lightest colour and we bring that middle colour, again with little circular motions, just up to the edge. We never go back over the whole area again, just over the edge and into the preserved highlight. What that does is give you a beautiful, smoothly blended, dimensional petal on your poppy. And you just continue to do that all the way round, working one petal, one small area at a time. Never work on a big area. Always do little areas at a time, because what that does is allow you to keep your ink wet and allow you to build up that depth and dimension effortlessly. You'll always get a much better blend with your markers if you're working with wet ink and you don't work and let it dry.
Awesome. I love how it's sometimes hard to believe that it's a two-dimensional piece of cardstock, isn't it? Once it's been coloured up. I mean, the amount of depth that you get on there is awesome. And I would say, Leanne, I was certainly one of those people that just thought I couldn't colour. But I think having the right tools and having, you know, access to good education, would you say everyone can colour? Because I am not artistic in any way whatsoever.
I would say every single person can colour, and we developed this Spectrum Noir system in this way. This colouring system of our letters and numbers with 3 colours for a blend, exactly as I'm showing you all the way along here. We developed this specifically to make this accessible to every single person, whether they're artistic or not. And the reason I did that, Jo, is I love to colour. I can't draw, but I do love to colour in. And when I first started to want to do alcohol colouring, I was buying markers. I was buying lots of markers. I was spending a lot of money on those markers, and I was getting, frankly, awful results. And what was happening when I was getting those awful results is I wasn't understanding the difference between cool colours and warm colours. I wasn't understanding the difference between needing the same colour family at different intensities of colour. I wasn't understanding how I needed to work on small areas to build that intensity of colour. I just really didn't have a clue, Jo. And a good friend taught me how to do this and also taught me about cool and warm colours. Now, I was in a very fortunate position at that point, Jo, because I was employed by a craft company. And so I thought, well, if I can't do it, how many other people are out there feeling very frustrated, spending a fortune on markers, not getting a very good result, and surely lots of other people want to do it too. So we developed this range And how fortunate am I to be able to be in a position to do that? And look at the results you can get. I couldn't do this before we developed this pen system. And it does just make it very, very easy and accessible, Joe.
And the great thing is about Spectrum Noir is, you know, the education that we bring to you is free of charge. I know a lot of companies out there charge you to access education or any kind of masterclasses, or, you know, the information that you need to really effectively get a great result from everything you colour. With Spectrum Noir, all of that education is free, and there's loads of different access points for that as well. You can access it, of course, here on Crafters TV every single Friday in our Colour Me Happy shows. You can watch back all of our Colour Me Happy shows over on our website. Now, I think Colour Me Happy has been going since April, I'm right in saying, every single week. So there is so many shows, each of them 2 hours you can go back and watch. But also, Leanne, over on our YouTube channel as well, and our website, there's loads of tutorials, isn't there, for the whole range when it comes to Spectrum Noir.
Absolutely there is. There are a phenomenal amount of tutorials, and if you go back through our catalogue of shows, you will see lots of Colour Me Happies, and if you go and look at our masterclasses, you'll see that I've done a number of masterclass shows where I show you exactly how to use all of our alcohol colour markers. And of course this show will always be available for you to go back and watch as well. So I'm going to pause there because I think that shows you how taking 3 markers from the collection and applying the colour gives you that beautiful 3D dimension. And I'm just going to whiz in for you a couple of fully coloured examples so that you can see when you continue what that will look like as you start to colour them all in. And I would think you would agree that looks like a field of poppies popping off the page. And that is applying, remember we're going all the way back to the beginning, treating each petal as a triangle and just using that and building up the dimension one at a time. Can be with any one of the colours that you've got in that range. Could be blue, pink, yellow, green, doesn't matter. As long as you take those 3 colours of light, medium and dark, it is going to work for you effortlessly with the way we've put this colour system together for you. It really is very, very easy. You will be able to do it.
Awesome. I have complete faith that everyone out there is going to be able to get great results from this system. Right, it's time to do our first giveaway of this Colour Me Happy show. The bags have been exceptional the last couple of days. Check out these. We only just launched these stamps and they're in here. You've also got liquid inks in here. I can see an ink pad. There's a shaker die in here as well. There's absolutely loads jam-packed into every single one of these. And we're going to pick a winner from all of the comments that we've had in. The first one is going to go to one of our lovely viewers over on Facebook, and it's Pauline Taylor. Pauline Taylor, congratulations. You are the winner of the first bag in this show. You know what we need to do as well, don't you? Pauline, I need to go into my bingo balls. You're going to be bingo ball B12. Let me just grab the tombola of fun. We spared no expense on this machine. The budget that we brought to you for this bingo machine was off the chart. I mean, literally off the chart. HS2, it's got nothing on the budget for this bingo machine. What was it? B12, wasn't it? Ball B12 is going to go into the machine. In it goes. I'm going to give them a little bit of a mix. And you're going to have to tune in on Tuesday. No, don't tune in on Tuesday. You'll have missed it. Tune in on Tuesday. No, tune in on Sunday. And on Sunday, you will be able to find out who is the winner of this awesome load of prizes that are here. One of our grand prize winners is going to win this lovely lot, which is awesome. Right, remember what you're getting. I'm going to go through the big bundle with you. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you. I know it's all in here, right? And this is everything you're getting. And you're going to get this carry case, and that's awesome. You're also going to get as well the storage trays, so you can store them on your desk at home. But let me just show you what this looks like. Are you ready? Just to give you an idea of how much stuff you are getting in this collection. This, is all of the pens that are in this collection. This is what you're getting. It is a colossal amount of pens. So what you're going to get in here is you're going to get the full hint of range, okay? Do you want me to, I'm going to move this over a little bit so I can share with you exactly what you're getting in here. So you're going to get the full hint of range. So it means that you're going to get the exquisite pastels in here. You're also going to get as well the tinted naturals in here as well. I'm just gonna have to zip me bag up for a moment. Don't mind me. There we are. So we've got because I need somewhere to put me other ones. There we are. It's all going so well, isn't it? I may as well just... we've also got as well... It's Friday, guys. It's Friday. That's what it is. We've got the tinted naturals. You've also going to get in here the delicate florals. Then you are going to get the elegant hues. You've got chic naturals. That's our lovely Leanne, a chic natural. Barely brights is this one just here. That's me. So they are the hint of that you're getting. We've then got the 6-piece collections as well for you. Okay. So these are really the core elements of this collection. You've got in here the basics. You're also going to receive the portraits. You've got hues. There's the earth tones. You've got the tints. You're also going to have the essentials in here. You've got the tones and you've got the neutrals in here as well. So they are your 6-piece collections. You then have a collection of 12 pieces as well. You've got industrial in here. You're also going to get textile as well as design, and you're going to get the cityscape. So guys, it is a colossal amount of pens that you are getting. Let me just bring this back in. I've got to try and turn this upside back around the other way now as well, so we can. Oh, there you are. That is everything you are getting, a colossal amount of pens. Now, I'm going to pop these back under here. Now, I just want to talk about what you're getting in the actual deal itself. So you're going to get all of those pens, right? Then what you're going to get is 3 of the universal black pen trays. So there's 6 pieces in each. That is 18 pieces that you're getting there. You're then also going to get the carry case as well. And here you'll see all of those pens in the carry case. The price you're going to pay is £214 or $301. I'm just going to do these calculations based on the fact that you're paying full price and you're not going to get your Club Inspired discount, which I know you guys are, and you're going to get these posted out to you free here in the UK, and you're going to get that shipping and handling free in the US as well. So the price, 214 or 301. Now the extras, so the pen trays and the storage holders, they come to £110 or $140. Let's face it, they are things that you were going to buy anyway because you need somewhere to store these. So if we subtract the cost of the extras from the cost of the whole bundle, it means that for the pens themselves, you're actually paying £104 or $161, which for 132 pens is a really outstanding deal. I think it's the best deal we've probably ever done on our Classique markers. Now, I went out and had a little look at some of the, I'm going to say comparable brands, but to be honest, the brands that I'm talking about are craft brands. I believe certainly that Spectrum Noir is an artist grade product, but I went out and had a look at some at some craft brands of markers that are out there online. I had a look at Pro markers. So popular, they really are. People absolutely love them. They're a very, very popular brand of pen. But for 48 pens here, and I sort of had a little look and I went for a middle of the road collection from an online retailer. 48 pens were £99.95. Now per marker, that is £2.08. They were discounted as well from £130, which would be £2.70 per pen. Copic. Another really well-renowned brand here in the UK. I went out and found a middle-of-the-road collection, 36 pens, £105, down from £179.99. So at the lower price, £2.91 per pen. At the full price would have been £4.99 per pen. Another well-known brand here in the UK, a big brand when it comes to craft, is Ink Lily. I went out, they had a 12-piece pen set for £29.98. That, of course, working out to £2.49 per pen. So we're looking at £2.08 if we're looking at Pro markers. Copic, £2.91 per pen, and Ink Lily, £2.49 per pen. Our pens, 78 pence. Once you've subtracted the cost of the storage that you're getting there and what you're paying for the pen, 78 pence per pen. Remember, Pro markers £2.08, Copic £2.91, and Ink Lily £2.49, 78 pence, which is absolutely awesome. But you're not even paying that because you're totally going to use your Club Inspired discount on here as well, and that price is going to go even lower. I think if you've thought about getting a pen set or investing in alcohol markers, guys, seriously, you're going to be so hard pushed to find a better deal than this. What I would say is as well, that also equates to $1.22 if we're doing the math in the UK. Now, you're not going to pay that because yes, £214 or $301. However, platinum members are going to pay $171.20 in the UK or $240.80 in the US. That means your Club Inspire Platinum saving is $158.58 in the UK, $223.10 if you're in the US. If you've never ordered this from us before, you can get that great discount that you see there on your screen. Remember, no matter where you are in the club, you're going to get double points, which is awesome. You're going to get almost over 600 points if you're in the US just on this one purchase alone. It really is an amazing. I know people, I think it's fair to say, Leanne, collect our pens for years and years and years to be able to get to a collection as comprehensive as this. For us to be able to offer such an amazing collection at this price is really, really, it's an amazing opportunity, isn't it?
It's a phenomenal opportunity, especially when you break it down like that, Joe. And let me just give some additional information onto that example you've just given in terms of the price comparisons. Our alcohol markers, these Spectrum Noir Classique markers, are absolutely premium markers at artist quality. They are comparable to the most expensive alcohol marker in the industry, be it art or craft, because we use Japanese nibs. We use ink manufactured in the UK to a proprietary formulation to Spectrum Noir markers. Proprietary formulation means our formulation for this colouring system only, not to be found in another marker off the shelf which has a brand applied to it. So it really is important that you know that every single part of this pen, when it's put together by me and my team, by the staff at Spectrum Noir, we check every single thing and make sure that every single component, even down to the exclusively moulded shape of the marker, which cannot be found in any other marker, the Japanese nibs, the proprietary ink, the lovely smooth feel, the ergonomic shape, the Japanese nibs, all of that is specified by us and is premium, but you're not paying a premium price. And let me just tell you why. One of the things that was always keen for us when we were developing an alcohol marker range, and something Sarah and I talked about a lot all of those 9 years ago, is that we wanted to remove the mystique around alcohol colouring. The elitism that there was sometimes around alcohol colouring. A little bit of snobbery sometimes, we'll not apologise for saying that, in terms of, I'm a brilliant colourist, I've been doing it for years, I use this premium marker, look at me. Yes, but actually I want to do that, and I don't want to have to spend £300 to do it. I want to be able to, £400 or £500, I want to be able to do it in an affordable way. This allows you to do this in an affordable way, but you've got all of the colours, all of the storage, and no compromise on performance. You've got equivalent premium performance for a fraction of the cost, because actually we just want to give you real innovation that's very affordable, very accessible, and something you're going to get a fantastic result with when you get it home.
Awesome. Really busy now on that big collection. I think the penny is dropping for a lot of you. Remember as well, don't forget, you're going to get all of those free gifts as well, which is awesome. You're going to get the daily gift, of course, that beautiful rose garden stamp. You're going to get the $50 free gift, which is that beautiful new pen from our tricolour range, which is yet to launch here on Crafts TV. And of course, you'll get the craft roll tool when you're spending over £100 or $100. I think a lot of you have watched a lot of this show and are now making up your mind, especially whilst we're on those double points, which is awesome. £214, $301. The value for money, as I think we've shown you, is absolutely unrivaled. We are going back now to Professor Leanne. She is a professor of what? What would Leanne be a professor of? Let me know in the comments. We need a fancy name for it, please.
Oh, I'm very excited to hear all of those names. I can't wait. We need to write them down, Joe, because I'm going to get them printed on my office wall so I can remind myself. That'll be amazing. I'm very excited about that. I wanted to show you something else that alcohol markers can do before we start colouring lots of images, because sometimes this is forgotten. We forget to tell you that it can do this. And actually, because your alcohol markers are a permanent marker, it's not just about colouring images, it's about colouring everything else in your craft stash. So I've got here wooden embellishments, these little jelly tot textured gems. I've got clear gems, clear pearls, metal charms, glitter card, mirror card, buttons, stamens from our foam flowers. resin flowers. I've got craft metal, lace, ribbon. All of these things can be coloured, custom coloured to match your project with your Spectrum marker. So let me just show you how you would do that. It's really difficult, Joe. I mean, please watch carefully to learn this very difficult technique. Scribble it on.
Is that it?
That's it. Scribble it on. And you see, what I've taken there is one of those beautiful Aurora Borealis.
I can't say that one either.
I know it's tricky, isn't it? Aurora Borealis gems. And I've made it into a purple Aurora Borealis gem.
I just always presumed it wouldn't dry and you'd smudge it right off. I don't know why.
It dries very quickly. And you can take any colour of marker from your collection, colour it on to your clear gems, your clear pearls, your metal charms, your white buttons, your white lace, your white ribbon, and look how fantastic.
So much more vibrant.
Looks. Really vibrant. And the thing I love about this is matches them to whatever project you're colouring in. So if I've just coloured a little girl with a beautiful pink dress and I want a couple of lovely gems on there, I can make lovely pink gems to match the colour that I've coloured the dress in. And it also saves me money because it means I don't have to now buy 27 different colours of gem. How many colours of marker have you got in that collection, Joe? 130 something?
132.
So now you've got 132 colours of ribbon, 132 colours of gem, 132 colours of button, lace, metal charm, glitter card, mirror card, and anything else you want to put it on, which is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? I mean, it really is, because you only buy the white and the clear and the plain, and you customise it with your markers. And now I can rub this.
Oh, awesome.
And that's how quick it dries. No colour.
How fabulous is that?
Doesn't come off. Now I've got here 3 pieces of ribbon and I've got a nice piece of pink ribbon, but my project that I'm working on doesn't require a nice piece of pink ribbon. It requires a nice piece of purple ribbon. So all I do is have some card to blot underneath, take my ribbon and my chisel nib, stroke the ink on there, and I customise the colour of ribbon that I had in my stash, which was a bit I didn't like it, I want it, and I've made it into a nice deep purple ribbon.
Do we need to be careful about getting these on our clothes, Leanne?
Yes, if you get it on your clothes, I mean, get your Crafter's Companion apron, colour with your apron on, or colour in your old clothes, because if you do get
colour in your old clothes.
Colour in your old clothes. Well, don't colour in on your old clothes, but wear your old clothes while you're
sorry, I thought meant colour your old clothes in. I was
not
thinking,
colour your old clothes.
Give this old blue shirt a new lease of life, Leanne.
You'd need a few markers to do that, but I will.
What? So you're saying that not only my shirt's old, but it's also massive?
No, just a whole shirt full of Please don't put words in my mouth, Joe. But I will draw some pretty flowers on there for you if you want, of course.
Good save.
Brilliant save. Backtrack. So I can make this little piece of peach ribbon if I want to, and I can make it into a lovely deep coral colour. So you can do all of your customising as well, which is brilliant with your alcohol markers, is it not? So you don't have to stick with what you've got, you can change it. Now, additionally, colour tinting on photographs has become really cool again. Especially if you're buying those cameras which print out you print instant cameras. Polaroid, that's the word, thank you very much. If you get and you print it straight out, you've got the black and white photograph, or if you've just got your printer and you're snapping them and printing them out black and white, you can then colour tint. So you know how our Sarah, she loves her purple, doesn't she?
She does indeed.
And so we can have this beautiful image of our Sarah.
I thought you were just going to black a few of her teeth out for a moment.
No, I can't see her teeth. I would never do that.
Is that why
Sarah,
you've chosen this picture in particular picture?
I would, yes, never ever do that to her. Maybe I would. Just for laughs, why not? I'm going to make her cup purple. So because this is an alcohol marker, and even though this is a glossy, professionally printed photograph or on photograph paper at home, if that's what you want to do, you can colour in on top of your really shiny surfaces like your glass, your glossy paper, your acetate, whatever it is you want. And so I can colour tint that cup purple. So now Sarah's drinking out of her purple cup. Can we give her blue hair? I could. Do you want me to do a little bit?
Yeah, go on, give her blue hair.
I'll do a lighter purple.
Or maybe like a lovely green colour.
You want me to do green, like for Halloween? Are you going to tell her I've done this? Honestly,
no, actually, maybe green's not. Oh, okay, go for it.
I've got it now. Okay, nobody tell her.
Okay.
No, there's only us here. There's only us here, nobody knows.
No one knows. It's
No
fine.
one
There's
knows.
not 900 students watching
There's
this.
not 900 students, and there's no fans of Sarah watching this who are going to dob us straight in.
Absolutely not.
And let her know that that's what we're doing. She'll never find out, will she, Jo?
I feel so mischievous. I don't know about you.
I do. I feel naughty. She'll laugh. She once coloured in a photograph of me, actually, and it still resides on the fridge.
Really?
In the office, yes. And it was a Toriad. I don't know if you can remember that range we did years ago. And it had massive curly hair. And she coloured it in looking like me, and she wrote Chivs underneath. And that still lives on the fridge. So this is just me getting my own back.
I
There
love
we
it.
go.
She looks great with green hair.
She does. She suits
And in
it.
fact, someone in our office is rocking. Is it green hair or blue
Yes,
hair?
it's great. It's like a mermaid. It's like a turquoise, like a greeny
mermaid.
blue, like
It's
a mermaid
gorgeous.
colour. Now I've got this lovely flower, and if I want to make this lovely flower a nice pink colour, I can just get my pink. Oh, that's a bit more purple. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want a nice pale pink.
Oh, I've got some ideas coming in.
Oh, yes.
Creative, Leanne, Professor of Artilicious Techniques.
Oh.
Kelly, that was Marty. Kelly says, Professor of Colorology. Also, Joe says Professor of Colorology. Sarah says Professor of Inspiration. Love that one. Kay says Leanne is a Professor of Fun and Creativity.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. Oh, we should have a vote at the end, shouldn't we?
Yes.
Let's have a little vote at the end.
Let's indeed. Let's see what the best one is.
I'm
Best
excited about that.
suggestion.
Hey, as also, guys, just a little note, I've got a giveaway on my Crafters Companion page for birthday week.
Ooh.
And so head along to just Leanne Chivers and have a look. I'm giving away a craft tote, a wheelable craft tote.
Check you out.
I know. Just to celebrate for birthday week, why not? I thought, you know what, I've got one of those. It's my own personal craft tote. And I've got 2 of them because I'm greedy. So I emptied one and thought, you know what, it's birthday, it's our 15th birthday. I'm able to be with you this year, which I'm not usually because I'm usually travelling. So I'm going to celebrate and I'm giving one away. So if you'd like to win one, go and have a little
Is
look.
it new or
after
is
the
it
show.
used?
It's newish.
It'll be new to you.
But it's new to you, loved by me. There's no stains on it, Jo.
Good. We don't want it if it's soiled.
No, it's not soiled. It looks clean. It really does look clean. It's fine. I haven't spilled any glue in it or anything like that. You won't know, I promise you.
Awesome, awesome. Do you want some questions, Leanne?
Yeah, I
'Cause
do.
I've got loads for you. Sabrina says, can you colour onto flower forming foam?
Yes, of course you can. Should I grab a piece and show you?
Yeah,
Oh,
please.
I'm going to raid the stashed back
Whilst
here.
you're raiding the stash, Marie would also like to know, if I colour on fabric, will it come out in the wash?
Yes, it would. Well, not immediately.
Okay.
So, we do say you can colour on fabric. I'm just going for a little walk around the craft studio. Why not?
Like Mrs. Overall.
I know, just because we're feeling naughty, aren't we, today, Jo? We can be a bit naughty. Yes, you can colour on flower forming foam. If you colour on fabric, we say keep it as a decorative thing.
Okay.
Because if you put it in the washing machine, eventually it will fade.
And I'm guessing it'll stain, will it, as well? Like if you put it on your clothes or you wash them, it wouldn't come out, but it
it's not
wouldn't look
going to come
lovely and
out.
vibrant.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can add to it that's going to make it come out.
Awesome. Shh.
Even bleach.
Shh, that wasn't me shushing, sorry. I was about to say Shelley and then I realised Leanne was still talking and it sounded like I shushed her. How
Well,
rude.
It did sound like, but I ignored you. If you know what, I just kept talking. I thought, how rude, telling me to shush. I haven't finished speaking. Just because I said I needed a few pens to colour your shirt.
Can you imagine? All right, that's enough. Shush now.
Here's a piece of flower forming foam from the show our Sarah's just done. And this is a nice pale pink flower forming foam. Look, I've got a bright pink marker here and I'm just stroking that marker over there and I'm changing my flower forming foam into a lovely bright pink. So you could do that with any colour you like. No problem at all. So you can colour onto basically everything, Jo,
Awesome.
honestly. And just really mix it up and decide what you want to do. Get really creative.
I'm just going to make sure you stop. I don't want to shush you again. Shelley says, has the ink colour changed from the original? I read somewhere that you had changed the lid colour to be a better colour match for the Classiques.
So the lid colours, we did tweak the colours of the lids because they didn't always match. It's very difficult to get a transparent ink to match a solid colour of plastic. So we tweaked them just so that the colour end gives a more true representation of the colour that's going to come out of the cap. If I show you, for example, with this one, PV, Let's colour this alongside. So here is the PV marker colour. Here is the cap colour. So you see it's closer. It's much closer in colour. It's never going to be possible to get it exactly the same, but it gives you a good guide. However, what I would always suggest at home is when you get your markers, you download from the Spectrum Noir website our empty colour chart, and then with your markers just colour in all of the little squares, and then you've always got that visual reference of what the actual ink colour looks like.
Awesome, thanks for that. I've had a tweet in from a Claire Chivers. Are you related? I just thought.
No,
Claire,
I don't.
C-L-A-I-R-E, Claire Chivers on Facebook says, I've never owned these pens, can't wait for my party bag to arrive. Basta says, when can I find the list of colour names? For example, TN means tan, but what colour does CR represent? Thank you and happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you too. CR means coral. And again, if you head over to www.spectrumnoir.com, all of the information you need is there.
Wonderful. Marie says, how much ink should be used on a refill? Can it overflow? Will I make a mess?
If you put a whole bottle of ink in your pen, yes, it can overflow and yes, you will make a mess. But if you just put 1 or 2 pipettes in, no, it will be absolutely fine. And what I like to say is just take 1 pipette, put it in, let it have a little refresh, try your ink, see whether it's flowing again, and then if it isn't quite flowing enough, little half a pipette more, try it, half a pipette more. It's a little bit like adding salt to a meal. You don't put a whole cellar in, do you? You just keep doing little bits to get the seasoning correct. It's a little bit like that with your alcohol marker. Keep putting a little bit in, and when it feels comfortable for you, stop. And because you've got the bottle of ink refill, you can do that as many times as you like. You don't have to get all of the ink in there to make it work. So just keep putting little bits in.
One last question as well. Yolanda says, can you use these on acetate or on glass?
Yes to both.
Awesome, that's always good to know. Right, earlier, in our earlier show, Leanne, I basically said that you'd do something for everyone, and then I forgot in the break to tell you that you were going to do it, and now people are asking for it, and now I'm going to have to maybe see what I can do. I did say, so the Rose Garden collection that launched earlier, there's a colour pack, there's a paper pack that comes with it, the mixed cardstock, and I said I would ask Leanne what colours from the Classiques would go best to colour match with that cardstock, and I may have forgotten to ask you, but maybe we can make it happen towards the end of the show. What do you think?
Absolutely, Joe.
Okay, brilliant. Whew, thank goodness for that. Leanne should be called a colorista extraordinaire, or Karen says Professor of Crafting Creativity. Try that again. Leanne is Professor of Crafting Creativity and Colorology. Love that
Ooh, can I have a business card with that on, please?
Yeah. Stephanie says as well, Professor of Colouring Perfection, which I also love. Right, I want to remind you of the holiday collections of markers that we've also got on the show as well, proving very popular. It's a slightly smaller collection for you, which is awesome. So what you've got here are, in each pack, you've got 6 markers and a metallic marker, and you've got 4 packs here for you, which is absolutely awesome. So you've got Contemporary Christmas, you've also got Traditional Christmas, you've got the Vintage Christmas, and you've got the Stylish Christmas in there as well, which is awesome. Now, if you'd like to go for the pen trays, which are on the show, of course they're coming to you for the coming included in that larger bundle. Honestly, I've really got that Friday feeling, Leah. I don't know what's going on. They are included in the big collection. If you'd like to go for extras of them, you get 6 of them, basically. And it's on a, you can get them here, $19.99. They're buy one, get one free as well. So you get 12 trays there, which is awesome. $9.99 or $24.95, which is fantastic. I want to remind you again of the Connie Fong stamps as well, because these are proving very, very busy. And here, these are the ones that you are getting. So you've got 6 in here, and they're really, really cutesy, which is what I love. Totally adorable. Going to be great for a whole host of different projects. You've got Benny's Christmas. You've got Holly Poinsettia, Molly's Christmas, Molly's Joy, Sally's Christmas Friends, and you've also got Santa's Little Helper. as well. Right, there's 50 minutes on this show. At the rate at which I'm going downhill, Leanne, I have no idea where we're going to be by the end of the show. Loads of you chatting away still over on Facebook as well, and of course on YouTube. Don't forget as well, 2 more prizes to give away before the end of this show, which is absolutely awesome. So keep commenting away. I tell you what, drop your comments in. Let me know what you are loving most, or what question should we ask everyone, Leanne? I need a question, a colour-based question.
A colour-based question. What colour are your sitting room walls right now?
Yes, that's a good one. Mine are white. White and brick. White and orange, I guess. I've only just moved in Friday, Leanne. Give me a chance.
I mean, come on, what have you been doing? Get your finger out, Joe.
What colour are yours?
And mine are denim.
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 Is that like denim?
It may be.
Right, in the gallery, what colour are yours? Grey, white, slate. I love it, yeah. I love that stainless. I love that one, the paint company where they have like elephant's breath. And,
yes, that's where my denim is from.
Oh, is it?
That
or
is
they
where
have like, the...
Mouse's back.
What is the other one? Mouse's back.
Mouse's back.
Or they have like unicorn desperation, one of them could be called, or something like that. All those funny different things. Right, anyway, back over to you, Leanne. Before I get myself into that show, let me know in the comments, because what I was going to say is I'm going to pick another winner after Leanne's next demonstration. So if you want to win one of those goodie bags, you need to get commenting.
We're going to have a look at how to colour skin, because it's the most asked question from all of you when you're messaging me on all of the social media. How do I colour skin that looks beautiful? So I'm going to show you how easy it is, and we've got lots of different actually on my Facebook page again, if you go and have a look at the photographs, loads of different pen combinations for skin that you can find on there for whichever colour of skin you want to colour. And what I'll do is after this show, I'll go and reshare them so they're right at the top of the feed so you can find them. So if you want to get your markers and be confident that you're going to be able to do it when you get home, they'll be there for you. So we're going to colour this lady here, and we're also going to colour one of these Connie Fong stamps, because what I want to show you is that we use the same technique and the same 3 markers, be it a realistic image or a more cartoon image. So we're going to take the lightest colour, checking I've got the lightest colour in my hand, yes I do, and her face is going to be like my sphere. So you leave the lightest area in the centre. And the reason you leave the lightest area in the centre is the points of your face, which are the furthest forward, are the points of your face that are going to catch the light. So if we start adding the lightest colour down, we're going to go round the perimeter to do that. So I've just got my circular motions, and I'm going round the perimeter of her face. And what I'm also doing is going round and under her hairline, because her hair would cast a shadow on her face. So it's going to be darker all the way around there. This finger would cast a shadow on her face, and then we come all the way around the perimeter. There we go. Now we take our darkest colour. So you see, my explanation to you is always the same. It's exactly the same time after time. Take your lightest colour and get use it to get the card moist. Take your darkest colour to get your shade in there, and then you're going to use your medium colour to bring those together and into your preserved highlight with your lightest colour. Always the same. So there's the darkest colour in there. Now I'm going to take my medium colour, and I'm going to, I think that might be my lightest, here it is here, my medium colour out into the preserved highlight. There we go. Out into the preserved highlight, and you can see how this is now starting to build up. And then in my preserved highlight, I take my lightest colour and fill that in, and what I get is a beautiful smooth skin tone, which is diffused, looks very diffused and printed almost. Now what I will do is put in a little bit of shade on this little piece here under her nose, because there would be a shadow there, at either side of her nose, because there would be a shadow there, just at her lips, and then here just in the hairline. So just bringing out the accentuation of that shade there, and then I can always come back with my lightest colour into that preserved highlight, and her face there starts to come together and look really, really beautiful, doesn't it?
It does look
It really
absolutely
does.
gorgeous.
You get all of that lovely dimension. Now, to give her a little cheek, I'm going to take a nice, should we go pink or should we go coral? Let's go this lovely blush, which is a nice coral colour. To put her cheek in, you're always going to do it in a triangle way, like this. Because if you do a circle, you end up looking like Aunt Sally. And so if you don't know who Aunt Sally is, do a little Google, find out. She was a doll that was in love with a scarecrow many years ago in the 1970s on a television programme in the UK. But you see, I've done a little bit of chiselling there. A little bit of chiselling.
That just doesn't sound right, does it?
Well, it's true though.
It is true. Where's the lie?
Exactly. We've got it in a cup of tea and a bit of cake. Was the Wurzel Gummidge thing.
Where was she from?
I can't remember. A cup of tea and a bit of cake. That's what Wurzel used to say to her when she went round to see him. I can't remember.
Wurzel was a scarecrow, was it?
Wurzel is a scarecrow. And Wurzel had many different heads.
Right.
And he used to take his head off depending on the occasion. Wurzel Gummidge, yeah.
Was it a scary show?
No, it was a nice show. It wasn't scary at all. It was like, it was, prime time Saturday evening children's show.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. You learn something new every day, don't you?
They're obviously Googling it in the gallery. Lots of, going through from there.
That's so funny. John Pertwee was the actor. Oh my word, I've got so much useful information in my head, haven't I?
I feel like I've slipped into some sort of odd parallel colouring coma universe and we're never going to get out of it.
I know, I've got...
Come on, I know you desperately want to share some of these facts with us, so...
I'm going to keep them to myself, talk about the colouring.
Okay, brilliant.
Can I also say that Una Stubbs was Aunt Sally? I'm just saying. I'm not going to say any more. There we go. Right, so we're just doing the face, we're doing the hand.
What is going on?
I have no idea. It's that Friday feeling.
Oh,
I'm using
the weekend.
Light, the medium, I'm bringing it back, using the light, the medium and the dark to do the dimension on her hand now as well. And then I've got one of these, I'm going to make her nails match her lips because all of us 1980s girls have our fingers and lips matching. Look, that's what she looks like when she's done. Isn't that beautiful?
That is gorgeous.
She is gorgeous, isn't she? She really is. It is amazing. And that's the kind of beautiful airbrush look and feel you can achieve with these markers. And all we're doing is colouring the flowers like we did the poppy and the skin like I've just shown you. And for whichever skin tone you want to colour, there are a myriad, probably 15 different guides on my Facebook page in the photographs. I will go and share them again for you after this show tonight, so they go to the top of the page, which means if you want to colour a different skin tone, you can find out the markers and just follow the exact technique I've shown you there to achieve it.
She's beautiful, but that fringe would get on your nerves after a while,
That fringe would get on your nerves.
You'd be definitely moving that out of the way. Now, loads of you still been sending us in pictures, which we love. We love seeing what you've been up to here at Crafters TV. Carolyn Murphy sent this one. How cute is that, Leah? I love the colourway that she's gone for there.
Oh, I love these stamps. These Connie Fong stamps are absolutely glorious, aren't they, Joe?
Really, really beautiful. Sian Peacock sent this one in to us as well, with that cheeky little elf there as well as she's been very busy. Sian actually sent this one in to us too. It looks so cosy, that little Annabelle Spenceley stamp there. And also Melissa sent this one in to us, another one of those beautiful floral word stamps that she's been very busy with as well. And also this one has come in from Gwyneth, I believe. Is that Gwyneth? Yeah, Gwyneth Branch has sent this one in to us, and that is a gorgeous little snowman right there. Right, very, very busy in this show. Oh, we got another one. I'm so sorry, Norma. Cutting you off there. Norma's sent this in, another one of the Connie Fong ones, which is beautiful. She's been very busy indeed. She sent this one in as well. Really loads of light here too. And Norma sent another one in as well. You guys are spoiling us. Do you think it's time for a giveaway?
I think it's time for a giveaway.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, in that case,
I love a giveaway.
In that case, it must be time for a giveaway. Let me get the tombola of fun from over there. Now, this next one, we're going to be giving this one to one of our viewers from YouTube, which is very, very exciting. And it is Will Littau that has won. Will Littau, details there along the bottom of the screen. You need to drop us an email, please, Will, to prizes@crafterscompanion.com. Prizes@crafterscompanion.com. Details on the bottom of the screen there. I am going to rummage in my bingo balls. We are going to grab one out. It is 063 is the bingo ball that you will be getting, Will. We are going to pop that into the tombola of fun. In it goes, just like this. Going to give it a really big spin. Oh, get those mixed up. I feel like I'm watching the National Lottery. Set of balls number 6, and the machine for this evening's draw is Guinevere. You know what it was like. Let's pop those back out over there. Right, really, here's all the things that you could be winning as well, Will. So make sure you're tuning in on Sunday, not Tuesday, Sunday, to see if you are the lucky winner. I think, is it, who will be here on Sunday? I think Ben will be here on Sunday. So he has the pressure of operating the bingo machine. So see how that goes. Now, I want to talk to you again about that big bundle. I'm going to show you again everything you're getting because, yes, it's impressive in that carry case, but my, oh my, is it an awful lot of pens that you're getting in this collection. You are going to receive all of these. Imagine the postman comes, Mr. Yodel, and you open up, there's this huge box, and then all of these gorgeous pens are there inside for you. I'm going to take you through all of the ranges, everything you're getting in here. So you've got, first off, are more pastel-y tones in here for you. So what you've got there are this one here is your tinted naturals. You've also got the exquisite pastels. There is also the delicate florals in here. You're going to get the elegant hues, 6 colours in each of these, by the way. You're also getting the chic neutrals and also the barely brights in there as well. So they're those pastels that you're getting, which is awesome. Then we move on to the kind of core colours. You're going to get the basics in here. You're also going to get portraits. You've got the earth. We then have the hues. You've got tints, there are the essentials, neutrals, and you're also going to get tones in here as well. They are all of those awesome colours. There are then 4 12 packs in here too, and those 4 12 packs are industrial. You'll also get textile, there is design, and you're going to get cityscape as well. Now the great thing is all different colours across all of those, which is absolutely awesome. And it's 132 colours in total. Should we see if I can put these back away now as well? There we go. There we are. It's lovely. They're so supportive in the gallery, aren't they? Let me just, they're like, he's going to drop it, he's going to drop it, he's going to drop it. And this is how, of course, it all stores away for you in here, which is awesome. You're going to get the carry case included as well, which is fantastic. We're also going to give you the pen trays included as well, which is awesome. So you're going to get 18 pen trays in total so that you can store these all on your work surface, or of course you can take them around in your carry case. Now, let me just take you through again the value that you are getting here as well. So £214 or $301, that is the price you've got there on your screen. Everyone saves £115 or $162, which is awesome. Now, the extras that are in here, your pen trays and your your carry case, the extras come to £110 or $140, and they really are things that are very useful that you're going to need to own, whether it's the Classiques that you have or any of our other marker ranges. So if we take off the cost of the carry case and also of the storage trays, the price you actually pay for the pens is £104 and $161. Now there's 132 pens in here. That means the price per pen is 78 pence or $1.22, which is amazing value. However, I know that so many of you are in the club, so no one's going to pay that. Even if it's your first order, you're going to be able to get 20% off. So everyone, of course, if you are a Club Inspired Platinum member, your Platinum price today, $171.20, $240.80. £8.80. It's incredible value, however you look at it, and it is that one deal really that we do every year. We always save something big for birthday when it comes to our colouring shows, and this is our sort of birthday bonanza colouring deal that you've got right here. And also, as I said earlier, Leanne, some people collect these for years, these pens, to get a collection of this size. To get such a comprehensive collection at an incredible price, it's just awesome.
It really is awesome, Joe, and that's because, you know, we really do genuinely here at Crafters Companion and Spectrum Noir want to give you the ability to get a good collection and a good number of pens so that you can colour all of the things that I've been showing you using our fantastic system that we've put together, which is unique to the Spectrum Noir brand, using all of the quality ingredients that you've got in those markers, but paying a fraction of the cost for comparable markers out there in the marketplace. Not for inferior and not for anything else, but comparable, because these are artist quality markers with all of the high-end artist quality ingredients included when we make them.
Awesome. And they are an artist grade product, and yeah, we do loads of collaborations with artists as well all the time who absolutely love and adore these products. Remember, loads of inspiration. You'll always be able to come back and watch these shows back, find inspiration on our website and also across on YouTube as well. There is loads of education for you at every step of the way with these. Okay, what do you want to share with us next, Leanne?
So I'm going to show you how you can use your grey markers to do an undertint and get depth and dimension in your images by doing a wash of colour over the top. So I've got some bells here which we're going to add some colour to. I've already done a cupcake and I've already done those poppies that we looked at earlier, just to speed things up a little bit. So if you've only got limited colours, if you're trying out a few sets, but you still want to get your depth and dimension with one colour of marker, which you can't do, and actually I'm just going to bring in another bell. Where are my bells? Ring out those bells. Let me find them. Where's my bells gone? Here they are. Let's say I'm going to, because this is what will make it really clear for you. I'm going to do my bell in a nice gold colour. And so this bell, I'm going to use one gold marker and I'm going to colour it in. Okay, now what you will get is some nice, smooth, flat colouring. So there won't be any depth or dimension in that. There won't be any light and shade, texture or movement in it. It's just a nice, smooth, flat blend. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
So I'll just finish doing this here and then we can compare the other one once I've done it. So I'm going to pop that on there. There we go. So that is what it would look like if I used one colour of gold marker.
Looks pretty good.
Well, it looks all right. It's pretty good. It's all right. But it's going to look so much better by using a couple of greys underneath. Now, I know and I understand that a number. I'm just checking my numbers here so I get the right pens to show you what to do. Here it is. I know that a lot of you are scared of the grey markers and you think you don't need them. But actually, the grey markers are going to give you so much more depth and dimension under skin tone, under florals, on the bells like this, if that's what you want to do, and allow you to use one other colour on top. Now, this is great if you're just starting out and you've only got a couple of colours, but you still want to get the depth and dimension. Make sure you've got a really nice set of greys, be it the cool greys or the warm greys. Build up the three colours as we've talked about all the way through the show, using the three colours of grey for my light, my medium and my dark. Build that up on the bell here, preserving my highlight in the centre as I've done. And then if I take my gold marker and just put this over the top.
We're not worried about the grey going into the yellow here or
No,
the gold, Leanne?
No cross-contamination at all. You're absolutely fine doing this. It won't pick up the colour and it won't ruin the gold. Here's, look, gold still being gold down here.
Awesome.
And then look at the difference.
Yeah, it's
in the
huge,
two.
isn't it?
That's the flat colouring. This has got a little bit of grey underneath. You can already see that cylindrical shape on the bell. So if you've only got a handful of actual colours, if that's what you're starting off with, make sure you've got a good set of greys, because undercolouring makes it so much easier for you to get that dimension if that's what you want to do. It also allows you to deepen and darken a shade if you've got a limited amount of colours. So for example, if I use a nice coral colour over the top of this poppy that I've got here, when it's being coloured in grey, now all I need to do is go over it with one colour of coral. And look, I get all of the depth and dimension of colouring because I've put the base layers of colour on there with that grey. It really does make it easy for you, and it extends the amount of colours you've got. So for example, our yellow colour family has 4 colours in it because there's only so many shades of yellow you can do before it turns gold and then brown. But if you want to deepen the shade, then you just put a layer of grey underneath, under the darkest colour, and colour over the top, and you're able to achieve this. You can see you've got all of the dimension on there. Doesn't really look that much different to the poppy I coloured at the very beginning. Where are you, Poppy? I'll find it in a second. Here it is, here it is. Doesn't look a million miles different, except one's red and one's orange, but this one's got grey underneath and this one was coloured with 3 colours of marker. Can you see the difference?
Gives you a different look and feel though, doesn't it?
It does.
Having, you know, the 3 colour blend. Definitely looks gorgeous, but is definitely a different style as well. A lot of people talking about their walls, Leanne.
Yeah.
Kamato says, our new house are grey with white and charcoal accents.
Ooh,
an accent, wow.
An accent.
Magnolia in the dining room, says Will. Joanne's got a green ombre. Ooh, woo. Kathy as well says, my craft is buttercup yellow. I love how cheery and bright it is. Dawn is getting herself a she shed next week. And she's thinking about colour. I believe she's gendered her shed. And inside, she says she's thought about doing the Crafter's Companion Purple as she is such an addict.
I think that's a marvellous idea, and you should rush out and buy that paint.
Maybe we should do a colour, shouldn't we? Maybe we should do a wall colour.
Oh, that would be good.
The
Crafter's Companion wall colour, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, you do. I think that could be an amazing addition to our current product range. Tommy saying, did that sound sincere? Oh, I'm in a really funny mood, excuse me. Tommy says, wow, using the grey underneath. Who would have thought? Claire says, it's so amazing. You aren't just getting great deals during birthday, you're also getting free tutorials. I love it. And Mary says, I love using the grey markers, really improves my colouring.
That's great. And I mean, if you struggle with shade, you can just take your 3 colours of grey, add them to whatever it is you're colouring in, and then just put this colour over the top. You can see how easy it is. And it really does extend the range of colours that you've got in your collection, because of course you can deepen every one of the, let's say you've got 134 colours there, you've got another 4 shades deeper for every one of those colours, so it's like having another 134 times 4 sets of markers by just putting that grey underneath. And I think that's great because it extends what you're able to do with the colours of markers you have.
Awesome. Really, really awesome. Gives you a completely different dimension. Really busy now on the big collection. I think a lot of you have watched the entire presentation thus far and are really seeing the value in getting all of them. 132 pieces. Is there going to be any kind of style of colouring or any imagery that you're going to struggle to colour with that 132 pieces, or is that a pretty comprehensive collection, do you think, Leanne?
It is a very comprehensive collection. All of those samples I showed you at the very beginning of the show are all achievable with that collection of markers. You've got a really fabulous, very comprehensive collection there, and you know, you're not really going to struggle to do anything. You've got everything you need for skin, for florals, for cupcakes, for flowers, whatever it is you want to colour, you're going to be able to achieve with that set. Absolutely no problem at all, Joe.
Awesome. Carol Coe says her colour is very close to the Crafter's Companion Purple, and it's called Lulu, the colour of her walls. Is it from that really fancy brand, Carol? You'll have to let me know. And Kathleen saying, never heard of putting grey underneath before, but it is awesome. We'll definitely be giving it a go. So lots of you thinking about trying that, which is incredible. Keep getting your comments into me as well, because of course we're going to give another bag away before the end of the show, which is awesome. I want to recap the details on the holiday collection that we have on the show as well. Lots of different options for you, lots of different price points. The holiday collection is a collection of 4 packs, and each pack has 6 pens, and it also has a metallic marker in there as well. This is your contemporary Christmas. You've also got a traditional Christmas, you've got the vintage Christmas, and you've also got the stylish Christmas as well, which is fantastic. £26 or $40. There you can see the configurations that you have got, which is awesome. Very busy still, however, on that larger collection. If you really want to dive in and you want to get a hugely comprehensive collection of pens, then absolutely this is the way to go. I want to just talk to you again earlier about prices that you'll pay out there on the open market for other brands of alcohol markers. Great quality as well. Better quality than Spectrum Noir? I don't think so. You know, Spectrum Noir really is an artist grade product. I went out and had a little look at some of the other brands that are out there on the market, and they are good pens. Absolutely they are. Craft brands mostly, and I just looked at what you were kind of being expected to pay per pen. And I went for a middle of the range kind of deal. There were obviously cheaper options, there were definitely more expensive options, but Pro markers, always popular. 48 Pro markers I saw a collection for today, £99.95, which is £2.08 per marker. Absolutely a good value at that price. Copic, a 36-piece collection from Copic, £105, which is £2.91 per marker. With this deal, with this mega bundle that we've got for you as this birthday, 15th birthday special, when you subtract the cost of the carry case and the pens, what you're actually paying, sorry, the carry case and the pen trays, what you're actually paying for the markers themselves is £104 or $161. Divide that by 132, which is the amount of pens you've got, that's 78 pence or $1.22 per pen, which is amazing value for money. Remember, Pro markers £2.08, Copic £2.91, these 78 pence or $1.22. Don't forget about those double points. Also, don't forget as well about the free gifts that we're going to bring to you as well. Free gifts, you'll get 3 free gifts with this collection as well when you get this one. Shall I show them to you? I've got them down here actually. Let's have a little look at them. So, when you spend over £10 or $10 in one transaction, you get our daily gift. And today, because it was the launch of the Sarah Signature range, it's your Rose Garden stamps that we gave you as your daily gift. Now, we also then, if you spend over £50 or $50, you will get this, which is our awesome Aqua, Tricolour Aqua pen. It's a brand new launch coming up. You'll get that. We still give you that as well because we're generous like that. And then if you spend over £100, you will get the Craft Roll tool, which is just awesome for keeping all of your little bits and bobs, your pokey tools and whatnot in there, and it rolls up beautifully as well and clips together, which is awesome. It reminds me of like a little wrist, wrist wallet. That's kind of what it reminds me of. If you had really long wrists, but you get all of those, which is awesome. Or you'd have to be very long and very slender, wouldn't they? But you get all of those, which is awesome when you're spending over £100 or $100. So make sure you grab it. Loads of people chatting away still. Lots of people loving that grey technique as well. Leanne saying that it's absolutely brilliant. Right, where are we going next in this lesson in the art of colouring, Leanne?
Well, I thought we would colour a couple of these lovely Connie Fong stamps. There we go, get my teeth in. Because I've done her little face here, and you know, I did it while you were chatting, Joe. Because, you know, I wasn't really listening to what you were saying. I was just having a nice time colouring, just saying. And I thought, you know what, that looks
how rude.
That looks lovely. And I thought, oh, I'm really pleased with that. I want to show everybody how to do it. And then we're going to have a look at how to do hair. We're going to colour in our clothes. So we're just going to have a nice time looking how we can colour in some of these really cute stamps. So I've got 3 of my colours here for her skin. And I'm going to start with the lightest colour first. Here we go. And the lightest colour is coming around the perimeter of her face. There we go. Now, the reason I want to show you this is because the next colour I put on, you're all going to think, oh, Leanne, what are you doing? No, that isn't going to work. But I want to show you how you just need to be brave with your colours. Because now when I put this colour in, this looks a bit psychedelic orange, doesn't it? And you're thinking, what are you doing? That's never going to work. But what you need to remember when you're doing your alcohol colouring, to have it look really fabulous, you definitely need that difference between light and dark. So I've done the lightest colour, I've done the darkest colour. Now I've got the medium colour, and I'm going to bring that dark colour out into the rest of her face. I'm just tickling the edges, bringing it out into the centre, as we've talked about before. And then I go to my lightest colour again, and I bring that medium colour out all the way into my preserved highlight, exactly as I did with the sphere earlier. And look how that immediately becomes just a beautiful coloured face. What, by the time you've got all of those 3 colours on there, and it gets lovely and smooth and flat. How lovely is that? It really does look. She looks like she's been out in the snow and she's got that beautiful healthy glow, doesn't she? So that's how we do the face. Now to do hair, I'm doing this little girl's hair in lovely gold colours, and I just want to show you that I will treat every little piece, every little section of hair separately, and I will put on the lightest colour, and then I'll go with my dark into the root and at the tip, leave it lighter in the centre. I'm doing 3 strands here just so that you can see what I'm doing, but you can see here I've done 1, 2, 3 all separately. I'm just doing a little group for you so you can see what I'm doing. And then I'll bring the medium colour to flick that out into the preserved highlight again, and then I'll do the lightest colour and I'll join that up exactly as I did with my cylinder, and that's how I start to get the light catching on my hair to get that movement and dimension. And I'll just continue to do that all the way over here, Joe.
Awesome. Betsy says, I can't wait to get home and start colouring. I'm watching at the dealership whilst getting my oil changed. I love that.
That's brilliant.
My car needs an MOT actually. Thanks for reminding me, Betsy. Patty says as well, I love all of the techniques so far. Pamela says, with regards to that grey tip, she hasn't tried it before. Which greys do you recommend, or do all of the greys work, Leanne?
All of the greys work, and I'll just bring these back in for you. I threw them over here. I threw them with gay abandon. Where are they? Here they are with gay abandon.
Threw them with what?
Gay abandon. Have you not heard of that phrase? Google it. Honestly, we've got so many young people who are just so uneducated.
Don't attack us because we're young.
Just so uneducated. All of you.
With gay abandon.
All of you other generational people, the same age as me, who know what gay abandon is, please do message in and let the youngsters around here know and educate them that it actually is a thing. Google it. There we go.
The finger's going to come out. Oh, we're on the verge of the finger. We're on the verge of the finger. There it is.
Yes. So what I've got here for the studio crew is I've got a cool grey and a warm grey, and you could use the blue-green grey as well if you wanted to. So basically, you can use whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. The cool grey or the warm grey will work perfectly.
Beautiful, beautiful. Maybe don't Google it, is what I'm being told. I'm only joking. We're only winding up Leanne. We love to. It's not often, you know. Leanne is not easy to wind up, I must say. She is cool as a cucumber. So if there's ever a chance we can get to pounce, we will take it. Don't you worry about that. A couple of different questions about the colours that you use. The gold colour that you used for the bell. What was that, Leanne?
Oh, yes. I can tell you exactly what that was. That was GY3.
GY3. And also, Laurie says on YouTube, what are the face colours, please?
The face colours...
I think I've been to a club called GY3.
The face colours on this one is FS4, FS8 and FS9.
Awesome, thank you for that. Don't forget, any questions or comments, keep getting them in because we've got one more giveaway to do before the end of this show. So if you want to win my last bag of the day, then please make sure you keep getting your comments into us. The other thing we haven't really talked about in this show as well, Leanne, is how cathartic colouring is. You know, it is one of those things, isn't it? Like crochet or those other things. It's got a name, hasn't it? Mindfulness. We call it. But some people colour to create beautiful things. Some people do just colour because it is just pleasing for their brain.
Absolutely. Well, it is very therapeutic. I mean, you can lose yourself. And honestly, I find these shows the best shows. I love doing them, but I also find them the most difficult because I find it hard to talk. I know it's hard to believe. But I find it hard to talk and colour at the same time because I just want to go quiet and I just want to enjoy it and enjoy putting the colour down. And I sometimes have to remember, oh, talk, Leanne, you're talking to everybody else at home out there. And you'll find that when you're at home and doing this yourself, you will just get lost in the pleasure of popping the colour down onto your stamped images and just having a really nice time. I mean, the adult colouring trend went crazy a couple of years ago, didn't it, Joe?
Absolutely.
Where everybody was colouring in and buying colouring books and what have you. And, you know, I think it's still really quite popular as well. But, you know, you don't need to be investing in that when you can have your markers and your stamps and then be creating those pieces that you've coloured into beautiful gifts or cards to give to people.
Absolutely. You were saying, though, you need to be careful, weren't you? I mean, we've said previously, Leanne, about colouring books and using colouring books and the quality of the papers that sometimes you can have there.
Actually, that's a very good point. Alcohol markers are not a good companion always for colouring books because the quality of the paper is not, I mean, I think it's usually budget, isn't it, to be able to print a lot of them
It's
and
usually
sell
quite
them at the
fibrous,
price
isn't it?
they are.
Do you remember having colouring books and felt tips as a child? Honestly, it was so rough, wasn't it, the paper?
It was rough, and it would destroy the nibs of your pens, wouldn't it? And actually, you know, if you remember back to the beginning of the show where we were doing the 10-second test, if you remember, you know how the ink was spreading out. That's what will happen in your colouring books if it isn't a good quality alcohol paper. So it's definitely best to have, you know, a good quality paper, some nice markers, a couple of stamps that you love, and then just take your time colouring them in.
Absolutely, absolutely it is. That is looking great. The hair is looking awesome, Leanne.
Looks lovely, doesn't it? Very, very easy to do. You see, all I did was add little bits of 3 colours, just a dark, a medium and a light, and I just flicked them in to get that movement. You can do this. It's not, honestly, really not difficult at all. It's very, very achievable for you. And if you get these markers in that collection and your Connie Fong stamps, you'll be able to do this at home straight away and get results exactly the same as mine, because it's the quality of the marker, it's the colour system that we've put together, nothing at all to do with my colouring skill. It really is, because honestly I'm not an artist at all. I just like to colour in. So, you know, you will be able to achieve this yourself at home without any trouble at all. It's the markers and the colouring system that we've put together that make it achievable.
Awesome. Connie Fong details are along your screen there. Connie Fong as well, a really well-renowned artist in the States, Leanne. I think I'm right in saying, aren't I, that we are the only company that produce physical stamps of hers. I know she sells a lot of digital stamps and stuff on places like Etsy, but if you want physical stamps, then you need to come to us here at Crafters Companion to get your hands on them.
That is correct. We are the only company who does that. We work exclusively with Connie to make physical stamps that are not digi-stamps, and we're really proud and privileged to be able to do that because she is a phenomenal artist and very, very well known in the craft industry.
Any tips for darker skin colours are sea gods?
So yes, and because we're on the time limit of the 2 hours and there's so many things I want to show you, you would colour the skin in exactly the same way as I've shown you for this little girl and Mother Nature earlier. And after this 2 hour show, when I get home and get a cup of tea in my hand, I'm going to go back on my Facebook page and share for you the colour charts for all of the different skin tones that I've got on there.
Awesome.
So they come to the top of my page and you can see them again. They're on there, but you might have to scroll for a while to see them. To save you the effort, I'll find them, reshare them, and there's about 10 or 15 different colour combinations on there, from the very darkest skin tone to the very lightest, and everything in between.
Awesome, thank you for that, Leanne. Yeah, so check out Leanne's Facebook page for all of that extra information as well, if you want to grab that. Now, what are you doing on her muffs?
I'm on her muffs. I am doing what's called pointillism, and that's just lots of little dots to create texture. So you see, I'm not actually colouring it in with the 3 colour blend that we've talked about before. What I've got are 3 colours of a pale pink, and then all I'm doing is dotting that pale pink in, and what it does is give you that really lovely texture that you would get from furry ear warmers like this, without having to make a smooth blend. And basically it's the 3 colours, the dark, the medium and the light, and all you do is take your bullet nib and do lots. You can see all I'm doing is dotting, just lots of dotting. Let the dots overlap and then the colours will start to blend together, and what that does is give you that beautiful fluffy texture. Could not be easier.
yeah, a really lovely way there of getting that sort of like a fluffy texture, I guess, on there, which is really, really awesome. I want to remind you a couple of different collections, 2 different ways of you getting hold of these awesome pens in this show. First up, we've got the holiday collection. I just want to remind you of those. So we've got Contemporary Christmas. In the holiday collections, you're getting, in each box, you're getting 4 here. You get 6 markers and a metallic marker as well, which is awesome. You've got Contemporary Christmas, you have got Traditional Christmas, there is Vintage Christmas, and you've also got Stylish Christmas. Stylish Christmas in there as well. Do you know what I was looking at? I was looking at it because it's called Xmas, and I'm not sure how I feel about the term Xmas, but Stylish Xmas is what you've got in there. So there you are. That's what you've got. If you want to go for those, £26 to get you those 28 markers, or $40 if you're in the US. Great saving there on those. However, craft big or go home. That is what we're talking about, because 132 markers is what we're offering you in this collection right here. It is an incredible amount of pens that you've got here, which is going to allow you to do a whole host of different projects, whether it's design that you want to do, whether you're doing landscapes, or maybe it's I don't know, underwater scenes, maybe it's buildings and skyline, maybe it is faces, maybe it's characters. It's completely up to you. Whatever it is that you want to be able to create that amazing vibrancy, that depth, that dimension to, this collection is going to allow you to do it, which is awesome. There's 132 pens within here, £214 if you're in the UK, $301 if you're in the US. Club Inspire Platinum members can get this today for $171.20 or $240.80. Not only do you get all the pens, you also get the carry case, and you get the pen trays included as well. If you take the cost of the pen trays and the carry case away, the actual true cost of what you're paying for the pens is £104 or $161, which equates to 78 pence or $1.22 per marker. It's incredible value. It's the best value I can remember us doing, certainly since I've been here on our incredible Classic markers, and they really are a fabulous artist grade product at a price that is really quite unbelievable. It really is an astonishing deal. Lots of you coming in for it now as we come towards the end of the show as well. Remember, you'll get free shipping and handling in the US, and you'll get free P&P, of course, here in the UK as well. Keep getting your comments into me, because I've got a couple more minutes before I choose the winner of that last goodie bag of the day here on Crafters TV. So make sure you keep getting your comments into us. Leanne, what would you like to share with us? I know we don't have long left now.
I want to share with you how you can use your clear sparkle overlay to get some real shimmer into your images as well, and then we'll do a little bit more colouring on this lovely Connie Fong. I've just used 3 of my turquoise there, and you can see I've done my dark, my medium and my light, and look at the texture you're able to get on that little scarf there. Really does work very well, and I've saved a bit here so I can show you how I did that, and I just take exactly as we've done before. However, when you've got a tiny area like this to colour in, this is the only time I would ever tell you to start with the darkest colour first, and don't worry about putting your light colour on there, because you're basically got such a tiny area. You can just build out those 3 colours straight away. So I went with the darkest in at the side, then the middle tone, and then the light tone will join these 2 together. And that is the only time you would need to not do your colourway that I've shown you all the way through the show. And then, of course, because we're using the correct cardstock, we can put a little bit on here. Now, do you know what I would love to do before we close the show today as well, Joe, if I can?
Have a gin and tonic.
I mean, it would be lovely to have a gin and tonic.
Or a glass of Frexinet.
Or a glass of Frexinet. I do like a nice glass of Frexinet, or Freshenet as we now know it's called. You rotter. Yes.
I don't think we've talked about that on air before, have we?
No, I think we might have.
Leanne said once we were talking about, nice glasses of fizz that we were going to have, and Leanne said that she was partial to a bottle of Frexinet. Which is how they say in the Northeast, Freshenet, which is how it's pronounced. It was funny. Come on, it's hilarious. That's the second time we've wound her up today. We are in trouble, all right?
What I've got here is, do you know what, it's fine, I don't mind till later. I've got my fabulous clear overlay sparkle marker here, and I've got one of those lovely Connie Fong images that I've coloured in advance. And because it's Christmas, I want to add some sparkle. And because our clear overlay markers are a different ink, so these are water-based, these are alcohol, it means you can go over the top of your alcohol colouring with your clear sparkle and add that beautiful shimmer in there on any alcohol colouring you want to give that real glitter finish to. And you get that beautiful, subtle little shimmer and shine. And it really is, I mean, it is the most wonderful thing. And I love to do it, not just for Christmas. I do this all year round. I'm going to pick this up and waggle it at you so you can see the lovely glitter in a second. I'm going to do that now, in fact. I'm going to give it a waft so it dries, because, you know, sparkling.
It's definitely more sparkly once it dries, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. When it's wet, the moisture interferes with the sparkly, but once it's dry, it's beautifully sparkly. And so if I pick this up now, you'll see on those little baubles,
oh yes,
look at the sparkly on the trim of her hat, on the little fur at the bottom of her dress. Isn't that lovely? And the bow at the top of the tree. So you can use your clear overlay on your alcohol colouring, and you get all of that beautiful little bits of highlighting there. Isn't that lovely?
Really, really gorgeous. Just another beautiful technique, and just shows you how these will play nicely as well with all of your other products that you have as well, which is absolutely fantastic. I think really busy now as we come towards the end of the show on the holiday markers, and also also on this big collection as well. If you want the clear overlay, it is available over on the website. Do check it out over there. Here's the details, $12.99. I think if you're going for any of the sparkle pens, if you don't own these ones yet, then definitely grab them, because what it does is it makes everything sparkly. You can add sparkle to absolutely everything, which is totally awesome. Should we have another winner? Should we pick a winner?
Oh, yeah.
No. Before we do that, let's see some viewer photos. Teresa has sent this in. Teresa's loving this. Loads of people having got these Connie Fong stamps, Leanne, and having tremendous success with them.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic, Teresa. So many talented colourists out there. And do you know what? I love that, because it just shows you that when you get your Spectrum Noir markers, you don't need to be a professional artist or a professional colourist. You're just going to use them in the manner I've been showing you and achieve beautiful things like this.
Absolutely, super cute. That super cute little pup in there as well. Sean has sent this one in. That was the one that you were just using a moment ago.
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. I still am.
Awesome.
I love that one.
Really
all of
gorgeous.
the Connie Fong stamps are beautiful. They really are.
Gwyneth sent this next one in, which is fabulous. I love that.
Oh, isn't he adorable?
She's been very busy.
I love that. And Gwyneth, I love that, because that shows how you colour a white animal brilliantly with your grey markers.
Oh yeah, so she hasn't used any white there, do you think?
No, well, there isn't a white one. It's just the white cardstock. So that's just your grey markers, and put in a really clever way to give the shadow and the shade, which makes the white dog look white. That's
awesome. I love that.
I love that.
She's also done that lovely twisted easel card, are we calling that?
Yeah.
Really lovely. And Jenny Bailey sent one in for us as well. Really gorgeous. She made a little ornament out of hers, which is fantastic. Let's give away the last bag of the day. The last time I need to operate the Tombola of Fun until Wednesday. Let's bring that back in and pop that there. So the winner of the last bag is going to be from Facebook, and it's going to be Emma Wood. Whoop whoop. Congratulations, Emma. You are going to win this. It's on its way to you. There's loads of fabulous goodies in there. Make sure you drop us an email though to prizes@crafterscompanion.com, and I will pop the last of my bingo balls into the machine. Here we are, and it is G50. Oh, hello. G58 is your ball. It is going in, and we're going to give it a good old mix. There you are. You need to tune in on Sunday to see if you win the grand prize. What's the grand prize, I hear you cry? It's coming, don't worry. What's the grand prize? Here's the grand prize. So this is all of the fabulous stuff that you could be winning this coming Sunday. Not on Tuesday, as I said earlier. Definitely tune in on Sunday. Lots of people. Jennifer says, yes, I've just gone triple platinum after buying the 132-piece marker set. Tracy also said this show has been amazing. Colour Me Happy is my fave show. Love adding sparkle as well. Sandra saying how much she loves the birthday week, loving every show. H1 is fabulous. 2 different bundles for you, remember, as well. You've got the holiday bundle, which gives you 6 pens and a metallic marker in each collection. So you've got your contemporary Xmas, you've got your traditional Xmas, your vintage Xmas, and your stylish Christmas as well there as in there. So you can get those 4 collections, £26 or $40. Or are you going all in, feet first? You know you're gonna absolutely love it. You wanna be able to colour every single style. You know, there's not gonna be anything that you can't do with this collection. The value for money is off the chart. £214 or $301. However, that does include £110 or $140 worth of extras. So that's the pen trays and the carry case. So if you think about what you're paying just for the pens themselves, minus the trays and the carry case, £104 or $161. You divide that by 132, which is the amount of markers you have, you're paying 78 pence or $1.22. I said earlier, we went out and we looked at deals for things like Pro markers coming out at £2.08 a marker. Things like Copic markers can set you back around £2.91 per marker. And also we even looked at Ink Lily, which was setting us back about £2.49 per marker. These 78 pence or $1.22, they are incredible value for money. And there's so much you can do with them, Leanne, isn't there?
Really there is, and I just thought we'll take a little minute before we go, or 5, because you know how I like to run over time and I am feeling naughty, to have a look at a couple of these samples so you can see, using all of the techniques that I have shown you during the show and the markers that you're getting in that collection, the variety of images that you can colour, the vibrancy you can colour, whether it be realistic, whether it be floral, whether it be landscape, whether it be cute characters, whether it be texture, fur, style. It really doesn't matter. These markers will work with look at the vibrancy in that. Will work with every style of rubber stamp or image that you want to colour at home, and it will do it effortlessly for you. You'll be able to apply all of the techniques that I've just shown you, achieve all of the results that I've shown you here, and you're going to be on your journey to looking like a professional colorist without any of the effort, because your markers and the techniques that I've shown you will do the work for you.
Yeah, absolutely, they will. It's been an incredible show. I've absolutely loved it. Leanne, when are you back with us here on Crafters TV?
I'm back with you on Crafters TV on Thursday and Friday next week.
Ah, awesome. We are back together, which will be absolutely fantastic. Can't wait for that. I've got a few days off now. I'll be back with you for Creative Cravings on Wednesday, and then I'll be here for the HSN preview. All the birthday fun and a HSN preview. How much excitement can we get here at Crafters TV? It's tantamount. I've had a wonderful day. It's been such a pleasure. A huge thanks to Leanne. Don't forget to check out your basket. Massive thanks to the guys next door in the gallery and to the team at home. No, and to everyone at home as well. Have a brilliant weekend. I'll see you back here on Wednesday for yet more fun. See you then. Take care.